On episode 2, I share with you what you need to know about comps and the 8 most common home inspection fails. Hey everyone, this is Jason Gelios, Realtor, and you're watching episode 002 of the Ask Jason Gelios Show. I'm pumped. Episode 1 launched last week. People had positive feedback about it. They loved the new format. For those of you who don't know, a few months ago, I started doing a show called Real Estate Talk with Jason Gelios. And, it wasn't bad, but it was okay. Okay, to say the least. But I want to focus this show, Ask Jason Gelios Show, more on answering questions. And so these are questions that I'm asked all the time. And so I wanted to put them into the show and have a weekly show where people can play back things. They can, share it with friends and family and people that they know that may have these questions. And so I really appreciate the high level of engagement that I've had with these shows. I plan on doing these every week, and I'll be sharing these mostly on my website. It's allabouttherealestate.com as well as YouTube. Those are the main things. I also share it on Facebook as well. So I have a couple questions here that I'm going to dive into this show. Jason, what should I know about comps? What are comps and what should I know about them when I'm looking to sell my home or buy a new home? And so there's some specific points here in regards to comps when you're looking into a neighborhood, whether you're looking to buy or you're looking to sell. Now, usually comps, which by the way, if you don't know what comps are, a comp is a similar home to the home that you're comparing. So if you are a seller or you're thinking about selling and you have your home, you have other homes that are similar to yours. If you have a 4-bedroom, 2-story home, another 4-bedroom, 2-story home would be a comp, okay? There's good comps and there's bad comps. There's foreclosure comps, which are dramatically less, usually. And then there's regular comps that are a little bit like yours. Now, there's a lot to get into with comps from an appraisal side in terms of are there upgrades and whatnot, but I don't want to get into all that. But I want to share with you some factors that you must know when thinking or looking at comps. So, number 1, location within the neighborhood. Okay, now, if your house in a neighborhood is in the middle off a nice quiet street, but there's a house around the corner that backs up to a grocery store, okay, that comp's gonna be a little bit different. Okay, so there's different, like location, right, is what they say in real estate. So those are the things, and actually I'm gonna put a little graphic here, so we're gonna put this so you can read it as I'm talking. So, so location within the neighborhood, that's huge. The home's lot or land. So, are you on an oversized lot? Is your lot in a cul-de-sac or a court where it's, deeper compared to other, homes in your neighborhood? So that's something to be aware of. Renovations are key. So, is your house more updated compared to your neighbor's house? Those things play a factor in terms of comps. So when you're looking to have an appraisal done on your house, whether you're selling or you want to get an idea of what your house value is at that particular moment, renovations are key. Does your neighbor have granite in their kitchen or do they not? So, stuff like that. So, the difference between listing price and a sales price. So a lot of times, sellers, they'll go online, they'll look at what the houses are listed at, and they'll look at that in determining how much they should price their house. Ultimately, a house is worth what a buyer will pay for it. So, yeah, it's a good starting point to look at what other houses are going for, and believe me, professionals, like myself, we do that. But you have to also look at other factors too, not just so-and-so down the street has a house similar to yours and they're asking, X amount. So there's plenty of factors. That's why I like to personally look at, active and pending, but quite honestly, pending doesn't mean that it's going to sell at that price. Could be more, could be less, depending on the market. But I'll look at what has closed in the area, okay, and then go from there. So those are the main factors when you are looking at comps, and those are the things that you should be aware of when you are looking to sell your home or even buy a home. Here's the top 8 home inspection fails, and by all means, this isn't all of them. It's just the top 8 home inspection fails. And you want to make sure that you look at these areas before you list your home. So, okay, number 1 is electrical. Older homes have older electrical boxes, and you want to make sure that they are up to code. There are some where they are so old that they have to be changed before you can even purchase the home. So things like that, you want to know. Electrical. What type of circuit breakers do you have? Are there circuit breakers? Some homes I've been in, it's just they're very old and they have to be updated, and that could be thousands of dollars. So you want to make sure that you cover that. Number 2, water and plumbing. Water and plumbing is huge. You want to make sure that there's no leaks in the house, that plumbing operates the way it should, and everything works. So that's number 2, huge area. If that fails, it could be a small fix or it could be thousands of dollars, and you don't want to go into a house unless you are aware of that and you can stomach it. You want to make sure that water and plumbing are good. Number 3, HVAC, which is heating, cooling, things like that. If you're selling a home and you don't want to replace the AC, you don't want to replace the furnace or the water heater or anything like that, price your home accordingly, because buyers are going to look at that when they are out there looking, and they're looking at your house and they're seeing older appliances, okay? Matter of fact, there was a statistic that came out not too long ago, late summer 2017, where most buyers, especially millennial buyers, are looking at how solid appliances are, if they're included, and how solid furnaces are. How new is the roof? How old is the roof, actually, right? They're looking at the guts of a house more than, is the kitchen, painted the color that they want? So HVAC is huge because that can be a lot of money. So just know that. Have someone look at it and provide you an opinion. Number 4, smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. I feel like this one is so simple, okay? Because you can get, $25, $30 each. You can get a bunch of smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Now, I don't remember the exact rule, but I believe it's 1 carbon monoxide detector per floor. If you have a 2-story home or like a 1.5 story where your master is on the ground floor, if you have a basement, put 2 upstairs, put 1 on the main floor, and put 2 downstairs. Overdo it with them, because that's going to mean it's safe. And make sure that all the batteries are changed. Matter of fact, before you list your home, change all the batteries. If you change all the batteries and all the smoke detectors, even if it's just a backup battery and it's hardwired, make sure that all that's set. It's a cheap fix and it looks good. Number 5, windows. Windows are something where they can affect energy, and so when you have someone that is having a home inspection, they may not see, like, okay, for example, a potential buyer is at that stage where they're having your house, you're the seller, they're having your house inspected, and they see the windows. Okay, great, right? But when the inspector comes in, right, they're looking at, they didn't notice that the seals were broke around the windows, or that the window upstairs in the spare bedroom is fogged up because there's a leak or something. Something's going on with the windows that they didn't see when they first saw the home. Well, windows can be thousands of dollars no matter what the size. So you want to go through and make sure that your windows are good. If you don't want to replace windows or anything, price your home accordingly. So number 6, pest issues. If someone's walking through your home and they see, there's, an ant infestation, or there's, spiders everywhere, or termite evidence in the basement or on the side of all that stuff, that can come up bad. If a home inspector goes through the attic and he or she sees, oh, there's termite evidence up in the attic, and you didn't even know, well, then that's something to address. Termite treatment can cost a lot of money as well, so you just want to know these things up front. Number 7, foundation. Foundation, this can be tens of thousands of dollars and thousands of dollars just to have an expert come out and look at it, like a foundation engineer. So if you have a partial crawl or a Michigan basement or a regular basement, have somebody look at your foundation before you list. And if you're buying a home, a decent home inspector will look at the foundation. He'll look at everything, but let alone the foundation. That's the most important, I feel, because foundations are just a nightmare if they are majorly damaged, if it's causing a structural issue with the whole house. I mean, it's major money to have that fixed. Last one, doors. So doors are a big one, okay? You want to make sure that your doors, this is basic, but you want to make sure that doors open and close, okay? Home inspectors, they'll look at a door and they'll see that a door is opening by itself, right? It doesn't stay open or it doesn't stay closed, depending on what's going on, and that can lead to other things. Just like a painful tooth, you might think, oh, my tooth is just a little bit in pain, but really you might need a root canal. So make sure that all your doors are set. Make sure that everything works, that your doors aren't scuffed up, or that you have some of the doors missing from the closets. And believe me, I've seen that when I was showing houses. So those are the 8 common things that cause home inspections to fail. Okay, so that's all we have for episode 002 of the Ask Jason Gelios Real Estate Show. I am Jason Gelios, Realtor. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all of you who have sent in a question. Continue to do that. Go to it'sallabouttherealestate.com and fill out the form. It's just a brief form. Or you can text me the questions. My phone number is on my website. But basically, I thrive on your questions, and I love answering them. And so I hope that you will find value in this. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that. We're building this up, and I want it to be something really great. So thank you all for watching, and make it a great week.